It is after I grew up that I realized how much I was emotionally neglected as a child. You got to be careful even when these kids misbehave. So my self-esteem will go up and it will go down. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. If this is your first time coming across this face, hi, you are welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. On this channel, I share family and personal lifestyle vlogs. I also share personal development and self-improvement tips to help you and I become better versions of ourselves. And I also do chit chat about very relatable day-to-day situations. If this sounds like something that interests you, kindly consider subscribing, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell if you would like to be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you so much. We all have moments when our self-esteem can shift. Sometimes your sense of self-worth can be high. You'll feel like nothing can bring you down. Shortly afterward, your mind may become flooded with negative thoughts. But when low self-esteem becomes a long-term problem, it can have a negative effect on our mental health and our day-to-day lives. If you are struggling with a low self-esteem, today I'll be sharing with you some practical tips that if you put into practice, it can go a long way to boost your self-esteem. Self-esteem is the opinion we have of ourselves, how you rate yourself basically. It falls on the spectrum of low to healthy to overinflated. Yes, there is such a thing as overinflated self-esteem. When we have a healthy self-esteem, we tend to feel positive about ourselves and about life in general. We feel confident and deserving of the things that comes to us. It makes us better able to deal with life's ups and downs. When we have an overinflated self-esteem, we tend to have an off-putting sense of entitlement and an inability to even learn from our own failures. Some people with an overinflated self-esteem might behave in a very self-centered, arrogant and manipulative manner. When our self-esteem is low, we tend to see ourselves and our life in a very negative and critical light. We also feel worthless, inadequate and non-deserving of happiness. We are less able to take on the challenges that life throws at us. We cannot take any criticisms because it threatens our very fragile sense of self. Before we continue, guys, I have something to show you. Today's video is sponsored by Spaunder of Spaunder Apparel. Do not go anywhere. I'll be right back. Guys, I'm super excited. This parcel came in handy for this chilly weather. And this packaging, oh my god, the packaging is second to none. I'm definitely saving this too somewhere on my clothing storage unit because I love it this much. Black and gold, it screams luxury and it's so beautiful. Have you ever bought a t-shirt that came in anything like this? Look at this. Would you even imagine that this is a t-shirt? When I first saw it, I thought it was maybe a Bluetooth speaker or something like that, but this is a t-shirt. Every piece of this, from the item to the packaging, was well thought out. This is the Nangamboko t-shirt. This is Spaunder's colorful winter edition. Yep. This is the black hoodie set with all the bold colors printed on it. We are carrying all the bold colors into winter this year because why not? How did I miss this? Wow. This package comes with this cute message that says, be kind to people and the planet. Find something beautiful about someone and let them know you are usually better than you know. Wow. Wow. Just wow. And this message aligns perfectly with our topic today. What do you know about Nangamboko? The weight of this t-shirt tells its quality. The t-shirt comes with this black and gold strap on the right arm. Love it, love it, love it. The tracksuit comes with this tag. I remember from the previous tracksuit that I have, the blue one, when I put this tag on it, people usually ask me that, why did you not remove the tag from your hoodie? That is a unique Spaunder design. It comes with the tag separate and you have to insert it here. When I wear the tracksuit, I'm going to show you guys. I must confess that the quality of all Spaunder apparels has gotten even better with time. Look at the finishing. It is perfect. The stitches, the hoodie, it is perfect. I bought this since December and I've given it several washes, and as you can see, there is not a single lint ball on it, not even one. Still in perfect condition. For me, quality comes first, and Spaunder Apparel has always given me that top-notch quality. This has to be the warmest hoodie I own right now. It is super warm. The temperature outside is 8 degrees and I think I can actually go out like this without any jacket, without any coat, and I'll be fine. It is so soft. It has this fleece lining, as you can see. How many hoodies have this amount of thickness? How many? The moment I put this on, I felt instantly warm. I'm super satisfied. Thank you, Spaunder, for my hoodie. I absolutely love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Spaunder has single hoodies in blue, yellow, white, and red colors. They also have the hoodie set or tracksuit like what was sent to me in black and gray colors. They have the Nangamboko t-shirts in 2 colors, the classic Spaunder edition in white, and the black one, which is the Spaunder featuring Askia edition. They also have socks that you're going to get as a present when you buy any Spaunder apparel. Make sure to follow Spaunder on Instagram. I'll leave the name on the screen. Go through their page, take a screenshot of the item you want, send it to their DM with your details using the code Joecy for 10% off. They ship worldwide. Choose quality over quantity. I love great quality products and I know you do too. Welcome back. Let's get back into the video. There are several things that can cause someone to have a low self-esteem. Typically, it often begins in our childhood from our teachers, our parents, our siblings, our friends, and even the media sends us positive and negative messages about ourselves. It is very important for parents to speak life into their children instead of calling them names like stupid, dumb, fool, you are good for nothing, and all that negativity. You got to be careful even when these kids misbehave. It is after I grew up that I realized how much I was emotionally neglected as a child. I've shared on this channel before that my dad passed when I was 8. My mom did her best to teach me some core values and my family provided for me, but I never heard certain words that will make me think highly of myself as a child growing up. I believe she just did not know better, and because of that, she wasn't intentional about that aspect of my upbringing. And that created a void in me growing up, which I tried to fill by myself in my own kind of way. In my case, when I did well academically, I'll be showered with praises, oh, beauty with brains and all that good stuff. But when I failed an exam, I did not hear any encouragement or reassurance that I can get past this. So my self-esteem will go up whenever I passed an exam, and it will go down whenever I failed any exam. And also whenever I had a man showing me love, my self-esteem will go up. But if he starts misbehaving, instead of me to subtract myself from that situation, I will be feeling bad about myself, wondering if it is something about me that has made him to misbehave. And then my self-esteem will go down again. Good thing is, I've always taken self-improvement seriously, so this particular issue only happened with one man. The only problem is that I stayed with him for longer than I should have. If only I had the kind of sense and self-awareness that I have now back then. Thank God I'm not in that place anymore. I moved past that stage really fast because I did not like the feeling I was getting when I was in that relationship and he was misbehaving. It was a bad relationship, and I had to teach myself that I do not deserve this, and that is how I moved past that stage. I can't overemphasize how important it is for parents to affirm their children, especially at that young age, before the world gets a hold of them and starts telling them who they are. Positive affirmation goes a long way to build children's self-esteem, and this grows with them and it helps them to make wise choices in life. Positive experiences influences a healthy self-esteem, while negative experiences influences a low self-esteem. For some reason, the negative and traumatic experiences and the message that you are not good enough is the one that tends to stay with us and leaves lasting effects on us. Trying to find your value in things, places, career, education, marriage, money, all those things only lead us down a blind alley. None of these things in itself can give us a healthy self-esteem. All these things are temporary and can be unstable, and you cannot base your value on something that is shaky. Personality can also play a part. Some people are just prone to negative thinking, while others set impossibly high standards for themselves. How you see yourself affects every area of your life. It affects every choice that you make in life, and when you believe that you are not worth anything, you tend to make poor choices. It affects even the people that you attract in your life. You only attract what you think you deserve and what you think you are worth. Living with a low self-esteem can be very harmful to your mental health, and it can even cause you depression and anxiety. You may also develop unhelpful habits such as smoking and drinking too much as a way of coping. Sometimes as a young woman, you tend to make yourself available to just any man simply because he told you that you're pretty or he told you that he loves you. You just throw yourself at him, and sometimes you find it really difficult to live an unhealthy relationship because you don't believe that anybody else can treat you better, or you don't even believe that you deserve better. You don't even know who you are. If you struggle with a low self-esteem, here are a few things that you can put into practice to increase your self-esteem. Revisit your past. Have a self-reflection. Where did you used to get your self-esteem from in the past? Are you someone who is high on people complimenting you? Compliments sure feel great and should be appreciated when we get one. But what happens when you don't get any compliments at all? Do you still feel okay? What are the voices in your head telling you? Take a look at how you view yourself and some of those lies that you have told yourself in the past. Where are those lies coming from? Who told you that that is who you are and that is what you deserve? You need to identify these negativities about yourself as lies and begin to work on changing them to new positive truths. Our voices to ourselves, even though unspoken, are usually the loudest and most consistent in our lives. And if that voice is negative, you are going to have an incredibly low sense of self-worth. There's this saying that we live most of our lives in our minds. Make sure that it is a good place to be. You need to make sure that your mind is a good place for you to be in by changing all those lies you've been telling yourself to new positive truths. Another thing I would recommend is that you need to recognize and utilize your strengths. What is that thing that you are really good at? If you think about it, you'll realize that you are actually good at more things than you take time to even notice. Find your point of pride and develop it. It could be identifying other people's strengths, it could be cooking, it could be daily blogging, it could be singing, doing hair, teaching people how to be organized and take better care of their skin. Anything that you know you are good at, or anything that someone has ever told you that you are good at, develop it and do it more often. And the happier you are, the better your self-esteem is going to become. Sometimes we tend to only focus on what is going wrong and we forget to pause and actually think of what is going right in our lives. Do not undercut your own success and belittle your accomplishments. Figure out those things that brings you confidence and purpose in life and make sure that you do more of those things as often as possible. Another tip of mine that I would like to share with you is do not compare yourself to other people. The only person you should be in competition with is who you were yesterday. When you compare yourself with others, what happens is you could be a better swimmer, a better footballer, the best in your class, the coolest and richest guy in your neighborhood, the best in whatever thing you think you are the best in. What happens if you find yourself in a room or with people who are better than you in those areas that you think you are the best in? Your self-esteem will crumble. You don't want to make that temporary boost the fountain of your self-esteem. Do you need to weigh who else is in the room to determine how you feel about yourself? You need to pick where your self-esteem comes from, and to me, the best source is something that is consistent, such as doing the right thing at all times in order to improve your general well-being. This is the kind of self-esteem that you carry with you at all times, no matter who you are with or where you are, and it does not force you to be jealous of other people's success or try to bring them down. Try to make sure that you do not depend on external sources for your self-esteem, because this can only be temporal. It will not last. When the source of your self-esteem is from within, you don't find yourself having a high self-esteem today and a low self-esteem tomorrow. Another thing I would say is that you need to try to overcome perfectionism. This is one area that I'm still struggling in. I still procrastinate a lot because I want to have everything figured out in my head before I start working on it. To be honest with you guys, most of the times I am restless. Some of the ways I've been trying to overcome this unhealthy perfectionism is to allow room for mistakes. We are humans and mistakes are inevitable. I've been telling myself this, I still tell myself this anytime I want to make any major move. I'm learning to be aware of my tendencies, and I try to focus on meaning over perfectionism. I'm still a work in progress as far as unhealthy perfectionism is concerned, but we can all work on it together, can't we? The fact that I come here to talk about all of these things does not mean that I know it all. Some of these are things that I am intentional about, and by talking about it with you guys, I'm also talking about it to myself, and we can all learn and grow and become better versions of ourselves together. Do not forget, today's video is sponsored by Spaunder. Check out Spaunder on Instagram. Go through their page. Anything you like and you want to buy, take a screenshot, send it to their DM with the code Joecy to get a 10% off anything that you purchase, and you're going to get a free pair of socks as well to keep your feet warm during this cold winter. So cozy, feels so comfortable on the skin. They ship anywhere in the world. If you found value in today's video, please give us a huge thumbs up and kindly share with someone as the spirit leads. Thank you so much for watching. Until I come your way next time, stay blessed, stay safe, continue to drink a lot of water, and mind the business that pays you. Hopefully, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.